the day we met. Your eyes so blue, me piercing through. I can't forget the day we met. Your smile so bright, it made me swoon. Our love is like a summer's day, hot and endless in a magic way. Whenever I see you, all I can think is my summer love. Been waiting for you, my love. My summer love. Been waiting for you, my love. I can't forget the day we met. You looked so fly in your red Corvette. Your hair, your look, your everything. When I see it all, I knew that you were mine. I'm in love with your hair, your lips, your silhouette in the moonlight shine. With my love you won't ever be alone. My summer love, been waiting for you, my love. Completely a fool, been waiting for you, my love. Head over heels, I'm blinded by what I feel. My love is forever yours. You have my heart, you have my soul, you have my hope.
Hey Low Ranks! Today is a forms day. So we're gonna do two different things. We're not just gonna stick with our form today, we're also gonna learn our form definition. So let's go ahead and run through our form a couple times, and then we're gonna move on to our definitions. All right guys, let's get started with Chunji. Ready, stance? Ready, and X chamber. Low block to your left, remember? And step punch with your right hand. Now we're gonna low block to the right and step punch with our left hand. Now low block to the front with your left hand and step punch with your right hand. Now we're gonna go over our right shoulder, not our left shoulder, our right shoulder, which is where our front leg and our front hand are. We're gonna go all the way around and low block. So low block to the back and step punch, aya. If you are a yellow or yellow advanced belt, let's keep going. So we're gonna X chamber, inner forearm block. In a back stance to our left. Now we're gonna step punch. Now we are still gonna be facing the back. You should not be facing the screen right now, okay? Now we are going to turn to our right. Look, my belly is facing away from you. Yours should be facing away from me. Inner forearm block, step punch. Good. Now we're going to inner forearm block with our left hand to the back. Step punch. Now take your right hand all the way behind to the front now. Good. Towards me. You should be facing me now. All right, ready, punch with your left hand and punch with your right hand, aya. Step back, punch with your left hand and punch with your right hand, aya, Chunji man. Awesome job, guys. Back to ready stance. Good, okay, now this time we're just gonna do our form without me telling you every move. We're just gonna do it together. I wanna hear you breathing on every move and yelling where you're supposed to yell, okay? You got this, guys. Ready, stance. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, Chunji man. Awesome job, guys. Back to ready stance. And attention. All right, guys. So if you are still working on that form and you're still working on the directions, you notice that you need to go over a little bit more in detail. I want you to go back to one of our form videos and I want you to work super in detail with that, because now we're gonna move on to your definitions. All right, guys, so the definition of our form is the form meaning. So why do we do the form that we do? Okay, so the basic definition of Chunji is that it means heaven and earth. And this is the definition we teach to our little dragons. Okay, so Chunji means heaven and earth. Okay, that's the basis of what the whole definition means. Okay, so the full definition is Chunji literally means the heaven and the earth. It is in the Orient seen as the beginning of human history or the beginning of humankind. Okay, that's how far we're going to go right now. So Chunji means literally the heaven and the earth. It is in the Orient seen as the beginning of human history or of humankind. Now, we're going to say the part again, then we're going to move on, okay? I'm repeating it a lot because this is a long definition, okay? So, Chunji literally means the heaven and the earth. It is in the Orient seen as the beginning of human history or of humankind. I'm going to add on a part, okay? Therefore, it is the initial pattern played by the beginner. So initial means first. That means, therefore, it is the first pattern played by the beginner. Played, you know how when you play an instrument, music is a type of art. Okay, martial arts, Taekwondo is a type of art. Okay, so whenever we say the first pattern, form, the first form played, that means that you're doing it because the way you do it is your art. Okay, so it's the first form played by the beginner, who is you right now. And as you move on, you're going to get even more advanced and you're going to learn even more forms, which tell the story and the history of Taekwondo. Okay, so Chunji, I want you to repeat this part after me. After I say it, I'm going to pause. I'm going to let you repeat. So Chunji means literally the heaven and the earth. We'll do that part again. Chunji means literally the heaven and the earth. Good. One more time on that one. Chunji means literally the heaven and the earth. Good. Okay, now we're going to add on. So Chunji means literally the heaven and the earth. It is in the Orient. Okay, say that part. It is in the Orient. It is in the Orient. A really cool thing to do this week, guys, would be to look up what the Orient is and to tell me that you've learned what it means. Okay? If there's any big words in this definition you don't understand that I don't explain, I want you to look it up. I want you to find out. Don't just learn something and just to learn it. I want you to learn something and really know what it means. Okay? So, Chunji means literally the heaven and the earth. It is in the Orient. Okay, say it one more time. It is in the Orient, seen as the beginning of human history or of humankind. Okay, we'll say that part again. I know it's a lot. So, it is in the Orient, seen as the beginning of human history or of humankind. Okay, so in the Orient, it is seen as the beginning of what? Do you know? Of human history and of humankind. Good. Okay, so now we're going to do this again. Ready? So, Chunji means literally the heaven and the earth. It is in the Orient seen as the beginning of human history or of humankind. Therefore, can you say that word? Therefore. That means because of that, that's what this means. Okay? So, therefore, it is the initial, remember we talked about that, the the initial pattern played by the beginner. So say that part. Therefore, it is the initial pattern played by the beginner. Good, one more time. Therefore, is the initial pattern played by the beginner. Good, so from the beginning all the way here, we're not done yet. You got this, guys. Okay, so Chunji means literally the heaven and the earth. It is in the Orient seen as the beginning of human history or of humankind. Therefore, it is the initial pattern played by the beginner. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next part of this definition. I know it's a lot, but guys, if you memorize this, I will be super impressed. And if you already have all your other stripes, you're about to earn your gold stripe if you can memorize it and say it to us. Okay, so one more time from the beginning. Chunji means literally the heaven and the earth. It is in the Orient seen as the beginning of human history or of humankind. Therefore, it is the initial pattern played by the beginner. Okay, now we're going to add on the last part. We're almost there. Okay, this pattern consists of two parts. Okay, say that part. This pattern consists of two parts. How many parts? Two. Good. One more time. This pattern consists of two parts. One to represent heaven and one to represent earth. Okay, one more time. This pattern consists of two parts. One to represent heaven and one to represent earth. Okay, so one more time with that last part. This pattern consists of two parts, one to represent heaven and one to represent earth. Okay, that's the end of the definition. So now we're going to do it all the way from the top, all the way down. Okay, ready? So Chunji literally means the heavens and the earth. It is in the Orient seen as the beginning of human history or the beginning of man or of humankind. Therefore, it is the initial pattern played by the beginner. This pattern consists of two parts, one to represent heaven and one to represent earth. Okay, so this is a beginning story. The story of Chunji is about the beginning. Okay, so I would like for you guys to work on memorizing this so that you can know why you're doing your form. Okay, so once you've memorized this, I'm super proud of you guys if you can either give us a call and tell us your definition or send us a video of you saying your definition. We will have you marked for that gold stripe. And if you have all of your stripes at that point, then you have mastered your belt and you'll be ready for testing. So keep up the hard work. Make sure you practice that form, guys. And we're about to move on to stretching. After stretching, there's actually going to be a picture of your form definition in written out in words. And for that part, guys, you can either pause it, you can take a picture of it, you can rewind and watch it. If it's easier for you to memorize things by reading them, I want you to take a picture of that and memorize it based on that. If it's easier for you to memorize things by listening, rewind this video, rewatch it over and over again until you get this memorized, guys. Okay, y'all are doing amazing. I'm super proud of you and keep up the good work. Bye, guys.